Do you know, or are you aware that a brand has a value which is completely different from the value of the company that owns the brand? So you can have a company quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange which has a value of, I don't know, $100 million, say, and that company may have 10 different brands that they're managing. And each brand, in terms of the value of those brands, could actually be more than, and if you add the value of the brands themselves, could be more than the entire company. So to measure what they call brand value, different organizations use different ways in which they do that. But the critical way, there's a model for it, but one of the most important thing is that the trading positions in terms of the financials of those companies will need to be easily accessible. And so they can be verified. These are, you can go on to the stock exchange or whatever and say, okay, these are the. When you look at a lot of African companies, they are family owned, even large companies, but they're private companies. And so those private companies, because they're private companies, they don't necessarily need to publish their accounts to everybody. The only people they need to publish their accounts to are their owners, and perhaps their bankers and lawyers or whatever. So because it's not easy to access that information, it becomes difficult to be able to begin to value the brand itself. So what you'll find is most companies that have done evaluation of their brands are usually listed companies on the stock exchange, because those companies have to submit certain information to the stock market, to the stock exchange every year. And so it is those information that is available that everybody can look at. You have brand valuation organizations. One of them is called Brand Finance. We're working with them. They're based in London. They're one of our partners. And interestingly, one of the things they said they were going to do was to do a brand valuation of the nominated brands, if they want to, as part of the service. So to measure the value of a brand, there's a modality, there's a method for it, but the key thing is that the information about the organization and all of those things have to be publicly available for them to be able to access.